Cheers. Well, that's one less thing to pack. Hopefully this one doesn't collapse on me. It's been a while. Since I've uploaded anything. So thought I would. But I don't really have anything to upload. Work kind of stopped on the workbench because I thought it was an important time in my process of house sale, and I didn't want to be filling the back garden with sawdust and disruption, so I paused all that. Well, I don't know how long ago it was that I posted that video, but we're now almost the end of July, and I still am no further on in the process of selling my house. It's been on the market for just over 3 months. Had one offer that fell out of bed within 72 hours. So that wasn't very good. And I don't know, the estate agents are at a loss as to why we're not shifting it. It's supposed to be a good location, nice property, good time of the year, right price. Hey ho, watch this space. Incredibly frustrating though. I'm itching to get to France. So I thought what I could do is perhaps share some of the properties I've been looking at as potentials. I'll give you an idea of the area I'm looking at in France, what some of the properties that are available in that part of the world are like, what your money can get for you. Hopefully you find it interesting. See what you think. Welcome any comments. Cheers. Salut. Santé. I think as a Brit, it's really easy to forget just what a large country France is. And obviously, there's a vast difference between north, south, east and west. You can see my current location, southeast of England. For me, I think my property search really is going to revolve around the northern coast and inland, the hinterland of France. You could say from Pas-de-Calais, Picardy, Upper Normandy, Lower Normandy, Brittany, and the Pays de la Loire is probably where I want to carry out my search. There's a couple of reasons. One, if I need to get back home for an emergency, or just visiting, it's going to be a lot easier if I'm resident in the north than in the far south. And the other reason is temperature. You know, last year, some of the temperatures in south of France, south central France, were absolutely astronomical. And hey, I'm not getting any younger. I'm going to cope less and less well with the heat. And also, of course, it's going to be harder to, be carrying out farming, gardening, modernisations, renovations, when the temperature's approaching the mid-40s. So yeah, I think for me, really, it's going to be the north of France, and ideally, I love lower Normandy. So one of the things I have to remember is it's a little pointless getting too involved with the property search until I get further down the line with my own property sale. But at the same time, it doesn't do any harm to be aware of what's on the market. There's numerous sites in France listing property for sale. I, at the moment, look at three main ones that don't always get mentioned by other people I see discussing purchasing property in France. So the three I like are FrenchProperty.com, FirstForFrenchProperty.com, and SeLoger.com. All of their homepages are pretty similar in as much as you can list what part of the country you're looking for. You can put in your minimum, your maximum budget, number of rooms, number of bedrooms, certain other criteria. One that's really important for me is land. I'm not really interested in anything with less than a hectare. When I first started looking, I was looking at properties with 5 and 7, 16 hectares. Sounds fantastic, and it is a bit of a dream, but it's also vastly impractical. I'm one guy on my own. I've got to look after the land, and I don't want to be spending all day just cutting grass. So SeLoger is really good, because it actually gives you the facility to draw on a map the specific areas you're looking at. And you can see that here is my example of basically everything from Picardy and the Pas de Calais all the way down to Brittany and Pays de la Loire. So let's take a look at just 3 examples of properties that have come to my attention recently that I like the look of. May not be the one, but gives you an idea. So this first one is in a commune in France, Mortain-au-Perche, which is in the Orne department of Normandy. It's listed as being for sale for €140,000. I like it. It's a quirky looking property. It's described as having 5 pieces or 5 rooms, 3 of which are bedrooms. The property itself has a floor plan of 171 square meters, and it sits on a parcel of land of about 11,500 square meters. So that's just over a hectare. Hectare is 10,000 square meters, and that's about 2.5 acres. It's a lovely looking property. Those 2 pieces, one looks like a garage that jut out to the front. I think those are balconies as well, which could be nice. The one drawback to this property, I'm not sure. I don't think it has any outbuildings that you could use for a workshop. But you know, it's an interesting looking property. It requires finishing. I don't think it has heating, so obviously it's going to need that throughout. But a lot of the work has been done on that property. Okay, the second property is also in Lower Normandy in the Manche department, adjoining Orne. It's a little cheaper. It's advertised at €129,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, land of 19,700 square meters, so just under 2 hectares or 5 acres. Again, a property I can't see whether or not this one has outbuildings, which kind of are a prerequisite. It needs decorating and modernising throughout. Needs a new bathroom, new kitchen. A lot of French properties are similar in as much as they have this regular tile pattern, at least in Normandy anyway. And something else that is quite common is some shocking busy wallpaper. But if you can see through that, you know, not a bad little property there. A nice parcel of land. You could do things with that. Okay, so the third property is listed with FrenchProperty.com. It's the cheapest of the 3. It's on at just €86,000, which equates to about £74,000. Again, it's in the Manche department of Lower Normandy. It's 4 bedrooms on a parcel of land, 2.2 hectares. It probably needs the most work. It is currently a working farm. There's, I think, a lot of buildings there that need probably removing if it wasn't going to be continue to be used as a working farm, even as a homestead, as a small holding. I don't think a lot of these buildings would be necessary. But it's livable, it's habitable. I think I can see radiators that have seen better days. I think the heating would probably need replacing throughout. But again, it's got a loft you could go up to. Huge potential. a good parcel of land in the right area, outbuildings more than enough for anyone, decorating and modernising throughout. Okay, I think I'm probably going to leave it there for this video. Just to give you a taste, I don't know, in case you're interested. Probably says something about me. Out of those 3 properties, the 2 I probably prefer. It's obviously the dearest one. Although, no, €140,000. It's a lot of property for not a terrible amount of money by UK standards. But I like the quirkiness of it. Shame about the outbuildings, I think, with that one. And then the second one I probably like is actually the working farm, which you can see there's a lot of work there. But what a project that would be, what a challenge. And I think at the end of it, you would be left with an incredible property. All right, I'm going to call it there. I hope it's been interesting. Thank you for watching. Feel free to give me a like or a subscribe. Any comments on any thoughts of anything you've seen, really appreciated. Wish me luck in selling this property. And I'll try and have an update sooner rather than later. Thanks very much. Have a good one.